Good morning, guys. I'm here at the truck stop. All these neighbor I have here, way over here. It's almost 4 o'clock in the morning, and I'm gonna go sleep. All these tired truckers, and I'm tired too. And I'm gonna get up early in the morning. Take a. Hello, good morning, everyone. It's beautiful day. And it's Saturday. Yep, that's right. It's Saturday, the end of the week. It's weekend. And I had a good night's sleep. And ready to hit the shower. Hot shower. Oh man, I'm loving it. I'm just imagining hot shower right now, but here I am. I'm talking to you guys. Well, oh man, I'm slacking so bad on my video, guys. On my LOLA'S storytelling. Oh my goodness. And I am so sorry, and I thank you guys so much for always watching and always commenting, and shout out to everyone. All the trackers, shout out. All right. And I thank you guys so much. There's so many names to mention, and this video is gonna be too long if I'm gonna mention all your name. And you know who you are. And don't worry, all your comments, I'm reading it, I'm loving it, and it gives me more practice on my English or my spelling. I love reading, guys. Let me tell you. You know why? That's how I learn how to speak English, and that's how I learn how to write English. Not so perfect on my grammar, but hey, it's enough to, to survive in this English speaking world. I've got to be proud of my LOLA'S English speaking right now here in YouTube. You know why? Because I came from the third world country and a fifth grader, and here I am. I live to tell my truth. Hey, let's get on. Oh my goodness, guys. Let's get happy-go-lucky sometimes. Life is so much chaos. Everything is so much chaos. No matter what we do in life, it doesn't matter. I guess if we're poor or rich, there's gonna be a chaos in our life. So, and we're only gonna be here a short period of time. So, might as well let's live and let's be happy. Be happy with what you do. Be happy for yourself. Be happy for your family. Just be happy. There's sadness behind it, but surely we all can be happy. Oh my gosh, guys. This is what I get when I get some good night's sleep. And then it's weekend. I can go play cards, and hopefully I win $5. Is at least $5. And I have my green tea, guys. Hot green tea. It's really good with lemon. It's good for you. I'm on diet. I need to get back on diet again because I'm gaining some weight here. Sit down and eat and drive and get bored all night long. And I get sleepy. I eat. No, it's not a good result. So now I'm trying to get back on my diet, and should you guys too, right? Okay, guys, let's get on my story. Let me drink. Oh, too much lemon. but it's all right. I love it because it's still hot. Anyway, guys, on my last story, Lola's storytelling, it was a bit of a sadness there, of course. But of course, at such a young age, I was a new mom again with my second newborn baby. I had to fight. I mean, I had to stay strong for my babies. There's no words at that time that it would bring me down. You know what I mean? The all the hurtful words at that time from my father, I just go ahead and deal with it on my own, and I had nobody to talk to. You know, I had to take care of these little kids, of this baby. I just had a baby at that time in 1990. Okay, so that was my last episode. So anyway, to make the long story short, and so do you know that, have you ever had experience like this, that um, the hurtful words or the hardship situation can only make you stronger? Like, I've got to be better than this, I've got to show them that they cannot break me down, right? So actually that was a good challenge to me at that time, because I wanna, at that time I feel like, okay, I just got here in America and I need to learn how to speak English. I don't want to be relying on my daughter, because she was sort of my translator sometimes to my ex-husband. Can you believe that? A 4-year-old little girl, she was my translator if I get so confused of my wording to my ex-husband. So I feel like I don't want to get old, or I don't want my children to look at me like, oh, my mom can't speak no English, I have to help her. I don't want to rely on my kids when it comes to that. So the challenge was, my father later actually challenged me, because he was saying that I was gonna crawl like a snake on the ground. So I was eager to help myself. I was, although I didn't have no education, but you know what, guys, when I started going on yard sale in the neighborhood, around the housing neighborhood, every Saturday during summer, they had all kinds of yard sale, and I go around and I would buy these pocket books, 10 cents, 5 cents, all kinds of pocket books. And this is a good size of pocket book. So I read during my daughter goes to school and my little one going to sleep. I read when I'm not busy, because I wasn't working at that time too. So that really helped me a lot. I used my time, because I can't go to work at that time too, because I was tied down with my children. I don't, at that time I was new in America, so I didn't know how or where to even put my children, or who I can trust my baby to watch so I can go to work. And at that time, also, all I know to work, all my neighborhood friends in the Navy housing, there were Filipina also. They only work at the Navy Lodge, and it wasn't paying much, So I was thinking, okay, if I'm gonna pay $1 or $2 to the daycare, or whoever gonna watch my baby at their home, I rather not to go to work, So I took the advantage of my free time while I'm a stay-home mom, to read and understand what I'm reading, and pay attention to my spelling, guys. Yes, you can learn English by reading, guys. I'm telling you. Then pay attention on the spelling, so you know what the past tense and present tense, because I didn't know anything about that until now. Sometimes I get like out of whack, but I can at least I can, like, okay, this is what it means. Once you read the whole sentence, that's what it means. So that was a big challenge, like I said, and to prove it to them that I'm not gonna crawl like a snake on the ground. That was my main goal. And at that time, you have to be in America for 5 years solid, not getting out of the country, so you can apply, you're qualified to apply the US citizen. So that was my aiming, guys. You know why? First, I wanna secure my daughter here in America, my oldest one, because she wasn't US citizen. Of course, she was Filipino citizen like me when I came here. So I wanna secure that. I don't want my father to hear in the Philippines that my life was screwed up here. You know, I try so hard, like I want to settle my daughter here. At least she become a citizen. When I become a citizen, she gonna be a citizen. So whatever me and my ex-husband at that time, my husband at that time, which is my ex-husband now, was going through, I just have to bite my tongue all the time. Because if you watch my story of how I made it to America, you know, it was a chaos. So it was I grabbed the sharp knife basically, just to put, you know, just to bring me here to this point too, in America point. So I used all the advantage. I was young, I was 21 when I came here in America, but I was constantly thinking, guys, I was constantly thinking, what can I do better for myself and for my daughter? You know, for my, you know, at that time, Rachel, my baby, it wasn't so much of her for her yet, because you know why? She was a US citizen because she was born here. So my main concern at that time was my eldest one, Tricia. And I want to secure her here in America, because once she become a US citizen here in America, can go farther in life better than what I used to have back home. So you got to focus on that, because she's underage when I become a citizen. Okay, and she's underage, she go under right away, you know, that she can US citizen automatically, that she don't have to pay for the filing fee, for US citizen fee, for taking a test, everything. So I've got to pass this in order for her to ride on that US citizen. So that was my goal. And so when my ex-husband, to make the long story short, when my ex-husband got kicked out in military, because we were in California at this time when it happened, in Lemoore, California, guys. That's where I first landed really in America. And I mean, he was stationed there, but I landed in San Francisco airport, and station in Lemoore, California, which is nothing but field out there. We're like 4 hours away from Alameda, California, and an hour away from Fresno. So I'm sure some of you guys are familiar on this. And it was a small community, and quiet community, in a small base, military base there, you know. But like I said, it was out of nowhere. Anyway, when he came to Ventura, California too, after he was stationed in Lemoore, we end up in Ventura, California, Fort Hueneme, the base there, the Navy housing there. So we end up there, and that was my last year there in 1992. November 1992, we had to get out of California because he cannot afford. Can you imagine that? In my mind, oh my gosh, this is the curse. This is my father curse. Oh, it's going to happen that I'm gonna crawl like a snake on the ground. You just don't know, guys, how much fear I had at that time, because I didn't have no experience to work. Fact that we're not gonna have no more free housing, Navy free housing. And then my husband at that time gonna be out of job, and here I was with the little kids, you know. We had the little kids. What we gonna do? So our choices was, we gonna go to Pennsylvania to his father. We was gonna live with him, because he didn't have no more mom. His mom passed away before I married him. So we was gonna live with him. But you know what, guys, I cannot see myself living with somebody who hates me. because I guess he went to the Philippines during the war, some, in his time, and he had a hard time. He had a bad experience in the Philippines, and he was telling me that your president was stealing our money, blah blah blah. And the old man had, I don't blame him in a way. He had this hatred towards the my people, or in that country. So I didn't see myself living with him and my children and my ex-husband. So and then at that time, my sister here in Tennessee, that's how we landed here in Tennessee. And she goes on and tell me that, hey, you guys can stay here for a while, and there's all kinds of factory here. Can you imagine? My ex-husband was a second class in military, A5. He ended up working in the factory for $4.25 an hour, and it was so chaos. It was not a good money at that time, of course, and so he chose to be a truck driver at that time. One time, guys, the trucking, it wasn't that good. He would just send me $150, and then he would spend 100 on himself on the road. I was like, oh my gosh. So, and then me and my sister and her husband, now is her ex-husband, we had a falling out. So we end up in the hotel, all kinds of long story struggle, guys. So, and then here I was thinking, see, that's what I'm saying. When you hear some hurtful words, it's stuck in your head. And there I was thinking that was the curse. That was the curse. My father cursed me. That's why my life turned out like this. Oh my gosh, it was just like, I tried to fight the curse. I had to be strong that curse gonna go away in my life, in my children's life, because if I don't fight that in my head, if I keep continue thinking about that curse, I will grow like a snake on the ground if I can be so weak. I tell you what. See, that's the thing, guys. If someone tells you this hurtful word or curse you, and if it's happening, just try to pray and think that this can't be happening right now. I've got to get out in this curse. I've got to break this curse. So basically, that's what happened to me, guys. I just think I've got to break this curse. So when we end up living in the hotel, and we got into a duplex, and the next neighbor cross street can watch my baby, my daughter Rachel, for $1 an hour while Trisha's at school. Then I found a temporary job in the factory, making furniture in the furniture factory. And guess what, guys? That furniture factory here in Tennessee, that was named Universal Furniture Factory. And guess what? Right now, I'm working for Universal Trucking Company. That's how this story always like something in the end, like I'm connected to. So I don't know, guys. It's just weird how this situation end up like that. I start out in the Universal Factory Furniture, and then here I am in the Universal Trucking industry. Can you believe that? It's like, wow, if you really think about it, guys, I go like, wow, what journey, Anyway, let's go back to that. So I concentrate, guys, working in the factory for $4.25 an hour. Can you believe that? Temporary services. And if you stay there, if you don't miss a day, and the company will hire you. So my gosh, it took them 8 months. 8 months before I finally got hired. And then when they hired me, it was like $5.25, 5.15, somewhere around there. I wish I can look back. And this is 1993. I finally got hired in this company. And they start you out like that. But if you bid a job, if you bid a higher job, like a ripsaw operator, I become a ripsaw operator instead of just assembly. And then I was making like $5.75. At that time, it was really good, and it was a lot of overtime. So it's worth it for me to put my daughter $1 an hour to the cross street neighbor, and then I'm making some money, so I still have some money to bring home plus the overtime, right? So that's when I told my ex-husband, you better quit on the road or else you're gonna end up, me and you gonna get divorced, because I'm just gonna raise my children. You know, me struggling here day in, day out, working and taking care of these children. I can't go on like this. So anyway, he quit too and work in the factory. We all work in the factory. Okay? We both work in the factory. So after, and then I saved, guys, before, oh my gosh, if you know me back then, I was so stingy, guys. I was not as generous as I am right now. Well, I'm not so generous because I really don't have a lot of money. I wish I got a lot of money so I can be so much generous, you know, give some away. But I wasn't like this. Every penny just about, you know, I focus on my family. I focus on saving it so we can get our first house. You know, that's where I got my first house too, like what you guys seen over there, a video that a memory lane. My ex-husband and my, you know, that's my that's a good memory lane story, guys. So right there, you know, and we got into the house, I feel like, oh, I break the curse, you know, I break the curse already, you know, like my father not gonna hear me that I'm gonna grow like a snake. And my sister was the same way when she kicked us out, when she said get out, when me and her ex-husband had fallen out. She told me to get out, you know, and then she will tell all the Filipina here in town, like, oh, Patring gonna grow like a snake on the ground, because she talked back to my husband, you know, they were the one who's living in our house, and yet her kids don't have no discipline, and yet she had a guts to fight with my husband, to get mad to my husband, so she gonna grow like a snake. You know what, guys, the Filipino way, I don't know, not all Filipino, but this is what my experience. When they're older than you, you know, like my father, he was my father. Like my sister, she was older than me. She thinks that that her word is karma to me. You know, like, oh, grow like a snake. So karma, karma, karma. That's all they wanna say to you. Oh, karma is coming to you. Karma is coming to you because they're older. Okay. In our culture, you're not supposed to talk back to your, you know. So that's why I was so mute before. No matter what happened, I'm trying to get leaning like this, guys, because the sun, you know, it is getting higher and higher to the roof of this truck. Anyway, yeah, a lot of Filipino people can relate to this, right? If you're younger, you can't talk back to your eldest, you know. So that's how, you know, because they're gonna say you cannot talk back, you know, there's a karma, this is what's gonna happen to you. In other words, they think their tongue as good as God. Yeah, that's how. But now I'm older, now I realize, no, what they said on their tongue doesn't mean anything anymore, you know, to me. I don't care whoever cursed me, no. But back then I was young. Now I'm old. You know, I don't give a shit who curse me now. You know, I just watch them too. Like, okay, I just take it. What their grandma always say. Okay, if they throw a rock at you, throw the bread back. That means don't throw the same rock. You know, because it's just gonna be. You're just gonna be as bad as they are. So sort of like that. When I heard some bad words or downing, you know, that they just put me down, just go on with your life. That's why I became a loner, guys. That's why I become a loner. You know, I rather to focus on my children than to be with people that who always put me down, or oh, in here, oh, when they see me at the mall, oh, who are you? Are you new here in town? And when I say my name, oh, you're Patricia, your sister is this name, blah, blah, blah. Oh, she told me that you're bad, sister. You know, she helped you out. She let you live in her house, and then you got mad because she tried to discipline your children. Oh, she said that you're gonna grow like a snake. So I avoided the Filipina. I don't want to hear that. They don't know. They didn't know the truth. So why would I listen to that? So that's another bad feedback in my head that to bring me down. So it's better off that I avoided Filipina for solid 9 years. Okay, I didn't have no friends here in Morristown. In Morristown, Tennessee, I didn't have no friends. I focus on my children. I want my children to continue their straight A's. I want to work in the factories. I don't want my house to be repo. I don't want my car to be repo. Even though me and my ex-husband was rocky all the time, but I try to show that, hey, this can work, or I try to be strong that my kids is not gonna be so broken home at such a young age, like 5 years old, 6 years old, 7 years old. At least I waited until by law in Tennessee that they have to be 13 years old in order for them to stay home, that I don't have to pay the daycare. See, you had to play it out, guys. You have to tough it up. You have to be tough. In every situation, you got to think, well, I can't do this right now. Well, I can't do this right now. You have to ride. Just ride along with the flow. Because it will get better. It will get better. Okay? That's all I'm gonna tell you guys right now. And there's more story to this. And I try to speak so fast. That way I won't bore you guys. Okay? But let me tell you, there's more story to this. How to be tough on that situation more, and at the same time, your heart is still back home in your country. Okay, you always gonna look back. Okay, I always look back. No matter my situation here, I always look back in my country, because that's where I started, and I appreciate this country, the America, because, well, I started over there and here I am. I be able to work here in the factory, okay? And here I am working with a high school graduate in the factory, and I came from the only fifth grade, and the third world country. So that was my biggest achievement so far, okay? And I tell you more of my story, just because I tell you all kinds of my story, and including my family, of course, on this, it doesn't mean that I'm downing them, guys. No, this is my story. It's not like I'm downing my family, guys. This is just, if you pay attention to the story, there's a lesson to this, that no matter how bad your upbringing, you still can rise up a little bit. No matter how bad your situation, there's still tomorrow, and no matter how dark right now how you feel, there's gonna be brightness in the future. Okay, thank you guys so much, and have a good weekend, guys, and I love you guys, and thank you for all your comment. Don't be afraid to comment, guys. I'm all wide open. I'm not gonna be offended. I'm not like that anymore. Like I said, forget about all them chaos. Just be happy. When I read some not good comment, okay, I respond that, and that's it. I'm not gonna have energy to fight or to argue with that. Okay, I just express what my opinion, and then go on to the next video. Okay, guys, have a good weekend. I love you guys, and thank you guys so much. Safe truckers. Okay, bye bye, America.